Plaintiff Eric Fan says he and the defendant were good friends, but once the defendant started hanging out with gangbangers, Eric distanced himself. Eric claims the defendant was convicted of robbery and went to a juvenile detention center. And Eric's suing his former friend for 2 unpaid loans. Defendant Danny Lee says he was never in a gang, but admits that he was affiliated with gang members and was negatively influenced by them. Danny claims he was arrested after he assaulted a man who was dealing drugs to his girlfriend, and he insists Eric is suing for more than he owes.
Start with you.
I met Danny in high school, and we were really good friends. We hung out every day, and I stopped being friends with him because he started hanging out with the wrong crowd, like gangbangers, and I wasn't really into that, so I distanced myself away from him.
How'd you know they were gangbangers?
The way they dress, Dickies and big clothes, those type, and tails.
Hooded jerseys?
Yeah, those big hoods and tails on their hair right here. You can just tell by the image.
No, I don't think you can tell by what a person wears that they're a gangbanger. My sons wear those clothes.
Well,
and they're far from gangbangers.
That's the way they acted too, Your Honor.
Describe.
Oh,
you've seen them? Tell me what you've seen.
I've seen, I don't know, they would always get into fights, acting tough. It's hard to explain. Sorry,
okay.
Your Honor.
No, it's not. I'm giving you all the time you want because it sounds like you're playing in the stereotypes. That's what got Trayvon Martin killed.
Defendant Danny Lee is being sued by his former friend, who claims he stopped hanging out with Danny after Danny started hanging out with gangbangers, got arrested, and dropped out of school.
Go ahead. What else you want me to know? You thought he was a gangbanger by the way he dressed.
Okay. Well, in 2009, he got in a fight and he got stabbed. So I thought that was pretty extreme, And the end of that year, he committed a robbery and he got convicted for it. So he dropped out of high school. He went to juvenile hall for it.
What year was that?
It was in 2009.
All right. And who was he with?
That's a lie, Your Honor. It was actually 2010.
All right. Were you a gangbanger then?
I don't consider myself to be a gangbanger, no.
Were you a member of a gang?
No, I was not. This
What
guy
happened?
this drug dealer was actual drug dealer in my streets, and he was dealing drugs to my girlfriend. At the time, I had morals. I like innocent girls, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, I didn't want her doing drugs, and she was popping ecstasy at the time. So I got mad, and I asked her where she was getting it from. So one night, me and my friends got together, we beat him up, and we kicked him out of our neighborhood. The reason why they called it a robbery was because I didn't really discuss what plans were going to be happening at this time. We were just gonna kick him out of our neighborhood. So my friend said, hey, might as well. So they reached into his pockets. I didn't reach into his pockets. I got convicted of conspiracy of second-degree robbery.
Yep.
And I was in juvenile hall for about 3 months, yes.
Okay, good enough. All right, anything else you want to tell me about your association with the defendant?
Yeah. After he got out of juvenile hall, so I felt bad for him. I wanted to take care of him. I became his friend again. I actually put him through school. I got him a job.
He had dropped out of the gang by then?
I'm not sure if he dropped out of he dropped out of high school.
No, the gang.
The gang. I'm not so sure about that. I try to keep him away from it though.
How?
I would take it I applied for school for him. I take him to school. I try to hang out with him more instead of, having him hanging out.
And
with,
when he would try and go hang out with the gang, what would you say?
Let's go eat instead, or oh, come over and play video games. Oh yeah, sometimes it works.
Okay, well, how much time do you got? Where do you live? Because there's a lot of gangbangers. if it's that easy, I got a lot of places I want to send you. When they get ready to gangbang, you just say to them, man, let's go to McDonald's instead. And they drop their guns and say, okay.
I think that's a better option than,
Go ahead, sir. Let me hear from you.
Okay. Eric and I met in high school when we were both attending 9th grade. And at the time, I saw him getting picked on a lot, so I stuck up for him. Instantly after this incident, we became best of friends. We hung out almost every single day. He's not lying about me becoming influenced from where I was raised. My environment...
Did you join a gang?
No, I did not join a gang. I'm not gonna lie, I was influenced by them, so I guess I was affiliated. Not going to lie. Through this time of him seeing me grow up in this environment, he didn't like it. So at first, I wouldn't say abandoned me, anybody would abandon me in that place. I kind of more pushed him away. I got incarcerated at the age of 17 because of this incident that I committed. After this, he randomly just messaged me on Facebook and he told me, hey, I don't want to see you like this, man.
Good.
And I told him I don't want to be like this anymore.
All right, good to hear that about you, sir. Just don't like that stereotype you started out with.
Sorry.
All right, how does he owe you for loans?
I lent him money for because he got his license suspended. That was one of it. I have the payment right here.
How much? When?
It was $487. The payment was made on January 3rd.
January
of
3rd.
2014.
When was he to repay?
He was supposed to start payments by April 4th of 2014.
Did he?
No, he did not make any payments.
Next loan?
That is a lie, Your Honor.
I'll get to you. Next loan, sir?
Okay, the next loan was for a medical bill. I'm gonna give you a little background story about this. I had a party on 4th of July, and it was over the weekend. So we were all drinking at my house, and he decides to drive. I guess he got in a car accident, and he had to.
Now, gangbangers do that. They meet up at a house and drink. And that's what you all did?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Not in a gangbanger way, though.
Go ahead.
Defendant Danny Lee is being sued by his former friend, who claims he stopped hanging out with Danny after Danny started hanging out with gangbangers, got arrested, and dropped out of school.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Gangbanger.
I get a call at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was already in bed. Danny calls me. He tells me he's in the emergency room. So I come and see if he's okay and everything, because I really care about him.
What
at that
occurred?
point. I guess he had a concussion or he got rushed to the ER because then I guess he was bleeding. 2013, he asked me to pay his medical bill,
How much?
and the medical bill was $899.
When did he say he would repay you?
We didn't really agree to it until we signed the contract on the.
All right, does the contract have a date?
Yes.
Let's see it, please. Sir, what do you say?
The promissory note that we signed, which is basically the same copy that you have up there, sir. He did loan me $487 to pay off my DMV fee. After that, the $899.30 actually was a medical bill because to add on an information of my incident.
How do you address this? This is what we're going off of now. Whatever explanation you have, you need to explain why you signed an agreement that you owe him $1,386.
I did start making payments. That's the
Okay,
reason why
how
I
much have you
interrupted earlier.
paid?
I've paid a total of $586.
All right, is that true?
No, that's not true, Your Honor.
He hasn't paid anything?
He only made a payment of $200, but that was towards a previous loan that that I applied.
Was it signed prior to this?
Yes, I have the text messages from.
But why didn't you include it in this?
That was just he was gonna pay me later on,
He's gonna pay these later on. I guess what I'm saying, sir, when people list the number of loans that a person owes, they list it all when they have them sign something, but you've only listed two.
That promissory note was only for those two loans.
I know. So I'm asking, if he owed you before these two, why didn't you include that third one?
Because that was just for that. I have, because it was just verbal, that's all. It was just because I thought he was my good friend.
These were verbal until you had him sign.
Yeah, but this was a lot of money.
Okay, did you pay him $200?
The 200, yes, I did.
All right.
I have messages of us talking, totaling everything up.
And what do those messages indicate?
It says, he asks me, how much do I owe you in the contract? And I give him the exact amount.
How much?
It was $1,386.30.
When was that?
This was dated March.
What else?
Then I told him that amount, not including the caliper,
And
which
what
is
did
the
he
car
say?
part. And he said yes, so add it in all. And then I told him he was supposed to pay everything
What date
else.
was that? When he
you
said
can-
okay, that he owed you that amount?
Yes.
Let's see it.
Okay.
What date was that?
It was March 16th.
All right, before the agreement.
Yes. No, that's after the agreement.
Not including caliper. Yes.
And the
So
tablet.
add
and the 300.
AKK in all. Sir?
He's telling the truth.
So why are you lying?
I didn't I'm technically not lying.
Well, but hold on. You saying you're both saying the same thing?
No, I paid.
Well, then, if you're not saying the same thing, somebody's lying.
Of course.
And you say he's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth
So
about
that means you're lying.
about that conversation, sir.
Yeah.
About the conversation through the text, yes. At that time, during March, I asked him to add up everything, accumulate all the charges against me.
I got it. I'm reading it.
Of course. And then after that, I made the payments.
Show me that.
I started
part.
making payments
When
on
did
the
you
4th.
make the payments?
On the 4th, I gave him 2 of my paychecks. This was basically our verbal agreement.
How much was that?
Each of my paychecks came out. One of my paychecks came out to $268, and the other came out to $253.
What is that? $253 and $268.
521.
He actually did not give me.
All right,
check.
sir, you say you paid $586. But we're talking about $70, and you say he gave you $0.
Defendant Danny Lee is being sued by his former friend, who claims he stopped hanging out with Danny after Danny started hanging out with gangbangers, got arrested, and dropped out of school.
Let me ask, where were you, and give me the circumstance under which you paid him.
I gave him the check, and he basically signed.
Where were you?
I was in Domino's Pizza. I just got my paycheck, and he said, yes, he came and he says, can I have your paycheck? And I said, yes, this is part of our agreement. So I gave him I gave him my paycheck, and that's it.
You say you gave him half.
No, I gave him my paycheck, but I meant like half a month. So every single month I got 2 paychecks. I gave him half my paycheck.
When is the next time he came?
The next time was a month later, because I keep 1 paycheck for myself.
Where were you all then?
It happened every single time at Domino's Pizza in the back.
You don't
room.
remember any of this?
I do actually. He actually.
Well
never
then,
gave
sir,
me-
no, sir. You just told me it never happened. He sounds very convincing, and he has not contradicted himself, whereas you have. And that is how much you believe you owe?
I believe that I owe actual 800, but I don't believe that I
800
should.
is your judgment, sir. Have a good day.
Hey, I gotta talk to you. Honestly, man, can we be cool, dude? Can we be cool?
Right.
No, honestly, man, seriously, we gotta be cool, dude. This is some immature dude. Like, we were best of friends before this, man. This is some stupid stuff, dude. This is money.
You know you didn't pay me those paychecks, man.
Dude, you know I did, man. Come on, this is BS, man. We could be friends, dude. We were best of friends back then, dude. You know that. And this is money. Dude, I have a job I can pay you back with right now, man. We were friends, dude.
Dude.
We're brothers, bro.
Okay, after like what? Like I gave you all that money.
Come on, man. You already know this, dude. This is really immature. This is
Okay, then what?
$500.
Dude, they didn't even give me enough.
The 1386, right?
You know that.
1386. You want me to pay that in full? I'll pay in full, man. I'll do anything to be your friend again, bro. Come on, I'm serious, man. Dude, man, I missed your dude. Come on, man. I'm begging you, bro. I'm serious, man. Come on. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, right?
Don't take the law into your own hands. Let me show you how to settle it in court. Go to AskJudgeMathis.com.